All right, we're going to learn how to mix and make a color wheel, how to set up our color wheel and learn from that color wheel. The first thing I do is I have a circle. You can use a mason jar lid or the bottom of a jar to create that for yourself. And then I'm going to break this color wheel into a cross. Okay, and then each quadrant I'm going to break into two lines. One line here, which creates three pieces of pie. So two lines in each quadrant. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. And that gives me 12 pieces. All right, and so the first colors I'm going to start with are my red. I'm going to skip 3, so here's my red. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make this my blue. 1, 2, 3, and then my next one I'm going to make yellow. So 1, 2, 3 in between each. So here's my red, 1, 2, 3, blue, 1, 2, 3, yellow, 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Now with my red, it's a pure color, so I can pick. I've got my Naphthol and I have my alizarin crimson here. I'm going to just, for the sake of the brightness of this color, paint in my red here. All right, I'm going to wipe my brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use cobalt for my blue. These are our pure primaries. We cannot mix to make primary colors. All right. And I'm going to switch my brush. You could also wash out your brush. Have a jar with water, a cup of water, rinse. I'm so used to painting in oils. I just wipe my brush and go. That doesn't work so well with for everybody, so I'll switch my brush for you. All right, and there's my yellow, my pure colors. Okay, so the way that the color wheel works, whatever we mix, whatever blue and red, if we mix those together, these are the colors that are made from blue and red in here. Within our section here, blue and yellow mix to make these colors, and within our section here, red and yellow mix together to make these. All right, so I'm going to switch to my palette knives briefly. And I'm going to take my red. I'm going to mix here. You could mix here. It's up to you. And I'm going to mix that with my yellow. I'm going to add a little bit of red to the yellow first, instead of adding the yellow to the red. Red is dominant, so it could go really dark pretty fast. So I'm going to get a little bit more. Just notice I added just a touch. There we go. There's that orange. Awesome. So I'm going to pick up that orange, and I'm going to paint it in here. Now I don't have to go and mix my colors over again to get my red orange and my yellow orange. I'm going to mark this as an O for orange. This is going to be a red orange, and this is going to be a yellow orange. So these are all different varieties of oranges. Okay, so let's stick with that. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a red orange since I have my orange here already made. I'm going to cut a little bit of that to the side, and I'm going to add a little bit more red to it. Okay, and you can see right here that they're already different colors, all three. So this is more of my red orange. Wipe my brush, or you can rinse out your brush. And I picked mine up on my palette knife. And I'm going to paint that in. lose hair, so I just wipe them off. Okay. And just know that with acrylic it dries a shade darker. Alright, so I have my orange here still, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my yellow. I'm going to wipe my palette knife, since I have that red orange on there right now. And I'm going to grab a little bit of this orange and add it to my yellow. And I can do just a little bit more if I wanted. Now, as you can see, my paint is starting to dry very fast right here. That's because it's thinly spread, and acrylic does dry quickly. And I'm going to paint that in, so I have to work pretty fast. That or mix more color up. You could also have a small spray bottle you could get from the Dollar Tree or the dollar store, and spray your palette, and even spray this. It will keep it fresh longer. All right, we're going to move on to our green. So blue plus yellow is green. And we're going to grab this cobalt blue and place that here. And I'm also going to grab my yellow. This is my cadmium, and again I'm going to add a little bit of blue to my yellow first. Alright, and then I'm going to add a little bit more. Again, blue is it dominates. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit more. A little bit more on this. I'm going to see what that looks like just with the hair more. That constituted as a yellow green. But I want to go ahead and find my green first. That's me. Okay. So I'm going to take this and put this in. And again, it depends on your palette, it depends on what you're going to be painting to what green you're going to be going for. So a green made with this cobalt and that yellow is going to be a very different green than a green that you would make from your phthalo and the cadmium yellow. The same goes with Prussian and a yellow. So you can play with making different greens. Different yellow greens, different blue greens. Okay, so you can play with those and test them as well. I'm going to go ahead and add more blue to this area. So I have my blue green.